But now, the most important thing, the tasting. Skål. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I have one more whiskey review and I'm continuing with the Zuidam Millstone series. This is the last one in this time, and I will revisit the Millstone series, but for now it's the last one. And I've saved the most expensive one that I have for the last one. Is the Millstone Oloroso Sherry 12-year-old. It was distilled in October 2001 and aged in Oloroso Sherry cask until January of 2014. So a little bit more than 12 years in those casks, which should give it a lot of flavor and should give it a lot of all those beautiful aromas from the Oloroso Sherry. It is a little bit expensive. It costs around 730 Danish crowns, which is about 75 English pounds and maybe 80 to 85 dollars or euros. That's for 70 centiliters. It is 46% alcohol, and it is not chill filtered, and it is not artificially colored like the other Millstone. So this should be very good. If you watch the other videos, you know that I really like the rye. I didn't really like the normal Oloroso Sherry, and I absolutely loved the PX aged whiskey. The peated PX, that is. I have my beautiful Luigi Bormioli glass here, and yeah, I just love this glass. There's no sponsored content in this video, and as always, everything on this channel is just my opinion. If you have another opinion, that's just fine. But here, it's my opinion that counts. It's my channel. So I'll just put this in the box so I don't spill any of these precious drops. So yeah, color, quite dark amber, dark color. So those 12 years has really given off a lot of color. That should probably mean that it has always also given off a lot of flavors. The leg is medium. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm getting malt. I'm also getting a lot of oak and a lot of spice. And there's also sherry notes, dry sherry. Almost, but not quite, to the point where it's actually kind of dry white wine. So last time I talked about the Oloroso Sherry being a dry sherry and the Pedro Jimenez being a sweet sherry, and this confirms or kind of just adds to that. I don't know sherry at all. I know that the PX sherry is sweet. I don't know about the Oloroso, but I'm thinking that it is, because every time I'm nosing a whiskey that has aged in Oloroso Sherry casks, it has this dry white wine aroma to it. Yeah, it definitely does. There's also some nuts there. But it is really, maybe there's a little bit of fruitiness there. But what's really most powerful in here is the malt, and it is the oak. There's both spices and an moldy-earthly sweetness to it. And then there is the dry sherry. Yeah, really good. There's no sharpness there. There's just a lot of power and a lot of flavor. And the nose is quite complex, actually. So that's good. But now, the most important thing, the tasting. Skål. Wow, there's a lot of power. Wow, it's really good. Man, it's good. This one is even better, and I'm sorry for the my eyes are just watering. It's the the finish is a little bit sharp. I just drank a lot of very cold water to kind of clear my palate, being ready for this. That's why my eyes are watering. The second time I tasted it, probably or almost certainly won't be sharp. But this is really very good, and even though it's very quite expensive, it's it's definitely worth the money. It's really good. It is one of the best whiskeys that I've ever tasted. So top 15, top 10, something like that for me. Yeah, the nose is like I just said. There's a lot of maltiness there. There's a lot of oak, both spicy oak, but also that earthly, moldy sweetness. And then the sherry, the dry sherry, but it's not that dry anymore. Now when I nose it, there's actually a little bit of honey and vanilla, some kind of sweetness there. Maybe it's a fruity. It's a honey sweetness, but also fruity sweetness. And the palate is smooth with sherry notes, oak and malt. The finish is crazy powerful. Not as powerful the second time around, of course, in the alcohol, but there's still alcohol power there. But flavor-wise, it's very, very good. And it's just an explosion of all those different things that I explained or described at the nose. So it's just maltiness, earthly, moldy sweetness from those oak. There's also a little bit of spiciness, but not a lot, but a little bit. And then it's oily, it's mouth-watering, and the dry sherry mixed with that kind of sweet honeyness and fruit. I don't know if it's better than the peated PX, but it's definitely as good. So this one, where at the peated PX I was thinking 9 to 9.5. I think I gave it a 9.5 actually. This one is more of a 9.5 to a 10. I don't really know. So it's a little bit better, but I don't know if it's a 10. But it is really, really good. It makes me smile. I really, really like it. But I'm very, very in doubt as to where to put it when I rate it. It's quite amazing that you could be drinking. I've been drinking whiskey since my early 20s or 20-year-old, something like that. So that's more than 20 years. and I've never heard of this distillery. So that's one of the most amazing things about this hobby, that you can for so many years enjoy whiskey, and there's still surprises, there's still something new to learn and to taste. And this family-owned distillery, Zuidam in Holland, really did surprise me. As I said before, it came with a recommendation from one of the guys in Holland, from Bidderville, down there. So when he told me it was this good, I didn't know what to expect, but of course my expectations were high, and they have been more than fulfilled. Highly recommend these whiskeys. Maybe not so much the normal, whatever you want to call it, Oloroso sherry, but definitely the rye, definitely the peated PX, and definitely this one, the 12-year-old Oloroso. They are very, very good and high quality whiskeys. So just amazing. If I could, I would put it at a 9.7, 9.75, but I don't work with those numbers. I only do halves and full numbers. And I don't know if it's a 10, but it's very close to being. I will be putting it at a 9.5, but it's a very big 9.5. Yeah. If the price was a little bit lower, I would probably go 10, but it's not 30 or 40 euros better than the peated PX. So yeah, 9.5, a huge 9.5 for the Zuidam Millstone 12-year-old Oloroso sherry cask. So there you have it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with friends and family. Also, leave a comment down below. I will respond to all of them. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and maybe hit that bell button. And also check out my Instagram account. It is Dunkeren_. If you like what you see there, please give me a follow. That would really mean a lot to me. And it would also help this channel and my Instagram grow a little bit. That would be great. I actually have nothing planned because I had a plan that didn't come through. I haven't told you guys about it, but I had a pretty big idea to do all December, but it couldn't happen. So now I have to kind of start planning the month again. So there might not be that many videos next week, but then I will be going live again, going at it again. So yeah, thank you for watching, and just have a great Saturday. Bye bye.